hello, and welcome. As the day settles into its quiet rhythms and the last light fades outside your window, it's time to find a comfortable space within yourself. Take a moment to adjust your position, allowing your body to sink gently into whatever supports you. Let your shoulders soften, your jaw unclench, and your hands rest easily. Just one slow, deep breath, letting go of any lingering thoughts or tasks from the day. You are safe here, and there is nothing you need to do now but listen and simply be. Imagine, if you will, a journey to a place steeped in quiet wisdom, high above the world. We are approaching an ancient mountain, its peaks softened by the twilight, its slopes cradling secrets. The air here is crisp and clean, carrying the scent of old stone and distant pines. A narrow, winding path, barely visible under a carpet of soft moss, leads us ever so gently upwards. Each step is unhurried, peaceful, and there, nestled into a natural alcove, carved directly from the living rock of the mountain itself, rests the entrance to the ancient mountain library. It is not grand or imposing, but rather blends seamlessly with its surroundings, as if it grew organically from the earth. Heavy, worn wooden doors, slightly ajar, hint at the quiet sanctuary within. A soft, inviting glow, like distant candlelight, spills faintly from the crack, a promise of warmth and forgotten stories, awaiting discovery as you gently push the heavy, carved doors a little wider. They open with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, revealing the chamber beyond. The air inside is still and warm, carrying the faint, comforting scent of old parchment and a whisper of wood smoke. This is the quiet sanctuary promised by the glow. Before you, a small, welcoming room unfolds. Its walls, still of ancient stone, are softened by tapestries woven with faded images of starlit maps and silent, towering peaks. In the center, a low, round wooden table, polished smooth by countless years, holds a single, intricately designed lantern. Its light, a steady golden flicker, casts dancing shadows across the ceiling, giving the impression of gentle, waking dreams. To one side, a grand stone hearth dominates the wall, where embers glow with a deep, ruby warmth, occasionally releasing a soft, hushed crackle. A thick, plush rug lies before it, inviting you to settle opposite the hearth. Shelves carved directly into the stone hold rows of leather-bound tomes, their spines hinting at forgotten chronicles and quiet adventures. Among them, a few smooth, aged wooden boxes are tucked away, perhaps holding trinkets or relics from distant journeys. Every detail in this room speaks of peace and rest, a place where time slows to a gentle, comforting rhythm. The world outside, with its grand quests and urgent calls, feels impossibly far away. Here, only the soft glow of the lantern and the quiet warmth of the fire remain, inviting you to simply be and to let your thoughts drift like the smoke from the embers, slowly, serenely, slowly, serenely. The lantern casts a gentle circle of light, revealing the sturdy, ancient wooden beams that span the low ceiling above. Each beam tells a story of countless seasons, of travelers resting beneath their protection, just as you are now. The fire, a living heart in this quiet space, continues its soft crackle and hiss, a comforting lullaby against the deeper silence outside. Perhaps there's a window nearby, just beyond the reach of the lantern's glow, where a soft curtain is drawn. You might imagine the world outside, shrouded in a gentle, cool darkness, perhaps with a whisper of distant wind through unseen trees, or the faint, almost imperceptible hush of falling snow, muffling the world further. But here inside, only warmth and stillness reside. On a small, polished wooden table, a worn leather-bound book lies open, its pages slightly yellowed with age. Its ink has faded in places, telling tales of forgotten heroes or ancient lands. Beside it, a quill rests, as if its owner had just paused their writing, perhaps to gaze into the fire, lost in thought, or simply to appreciate the quiet moment. There's no urgency here, no task demanding immediate attention. Only the soft, steady rhythm of the fire, the quiet hum of settled air, and the deep peace that comes from being perfectly still. The air carries a faint, earthy scent, perhaps of old wood, and the subtle fragrance of dried herbs hanging from a nearby rafter, or the sweet, clean smell of a recently extinguished candle from an earlier hour. It's a scent that grounds you, a reminder of the simple, enduring comfort of this haven. This sanctuary offers a deep, restorative quiet, a place where time itself seems to slow, allowing you to truly unwind and let go. The air here carries a faint, comforting scent, perhaps of old parchment and polished wood, or maybe the subtle sweetness of a distant hearth. It's a scent that deepens the feeling of being utterly at peace, tucked away from the wider world. You might notice the gentle flicker of a nearby lamp, its soft glow painting the room in hues of amber and gold. This light casts long, dancing shadows on a quiet, stone wall, shadows that are not unsettling, but rather playful and calming, like silent companions keeping watch. As your gaze softly drifts, you might see a dusty tome resting on a nearby wooden shelf, its spine worn smooth from countless gentle readings. Its presence hints at forgotten stories and peaceful knowledge, stories of worlds explored and challenges overcome, now simply awaiting a quiet return. The silence is profound, broken only by the softest of murmurs from the ancient structure itself, the almost imperceptible creak of timber settling, or the distant, hushed sigh of a gentle breeze beyond a thick, leaded window pane. Each tiny sound only serves to deepen the quiet, drawing you further into its embrace. This isn't a place of grand adventures right now, but of the quiet moments after, the lingering peace when the quests are done, and the heroes are resting. The warm light from the lamp glows steadily, a beacon of tranquility in this enduring haven, inviting your mind to settle and your breath to slow even more. You are simply here, enveloped in softness, watching the quiet interplay of light and shadow, and feeling the deep, soft quiet settle around you like a treasured, familiar blanket. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be, except within this peaceful, unchanging space, where every detail whispers of rest and timeless comfort. The quiet hum of the room settles around you, a gentle lullaby, pulling you deeper into its embrace. Your gaze might drift to the soft, flickering light dancing from a nearby hearth, its embers glowing with a deep, steady warmth. This gentle illumination casts long, peaceful shadows that stretch and recede across the polished wooden floor, a silent, mesmerizing dance. Each small flame seems to tell a story of warmth and shelter, a silent guardian against the cool night outside, creating a sense of timeless security. The air carries a faint, comforting scent, perhaps of aged timber, and a hint of warm, subtle spices, a smell that speaks of countless peaceful evenings spent in quiet reflection within these walls. You notice the worn, deep cushions of a large, inviting armchair positioned perfectly by the fire, its fabric softened by time, and the many who have found solace within its quiet embrace. A small, aged rug, patterned with faded, gentle colors that hint at forgotten tales, lies before the hearth, its fibers soft beneath an imagined touch. The very air here feels still and protected, a cherished pocket of tranquility. No hurried steps echo through these halls. No urgent calls disturb the quiet. Just the soft, rhythmic crackle of the fire and the deep, steady rhythm of your own breath. The world beyond this room feels infinitely far away, a mere whisper on the wind, completely unable to disturb the profound calm that gently envelops you. The profound calm deepens, a quiet echo in the stillness of the air around you. As the soft, flickering light of the hearth in this cozy chamber gently dances, a subtle shift in the atmosphere invites a soft, unhurried movement, perhaps a silent impulse to explore the gentle mysteries held within these ancient, stone-hewn walls. You rise with an unhurried grace, your bare feet barely stirring the dust motes that dance slowly in the faint, warm glow. The chamber opens into a hushed, winding corridor, carved from the very heart of the mountain itself. The stone walls here are not rough, but smoothed by countless ages, imbued with a gentle, cool touch that feels soothing to the imagination. Along one side, narrow, arched windows offer fleeting glimpses of the vast, starlit sky, distant and serene, like scattered diamonds on black velvet. On the other side, towering bookshelves rise almost to the vaulted ceiling, their rich, dark wooden spines glowing faintly in the dim light cast by unseen luminous mosses embedded in the stone. Each shelf is laden with countless volumes of every conceivable size and age, their titles hinting at forgotten lore and quiet wisdom, patiently awaiting discovery. The air in this corridor carries the faint, comforting scent of old parchment and polished wood, a timeless aroma that speaks of deep history and quiet contemplation. There are no grand, echoing displays here, no elaborate, distracting carvings, only the simple, enduring presence of knowledge held in profound stillness. As you drift slowly along this silent passage, your gaze traces the intricate patterns of dust-covered bindings, imagining the countless stories and quiet thoughts slumbering within each one. The silence is profound, broken only by the soft, distant murmur of the mountain winds, a faraway lullaby from the world outside, too gentle to intrude upon this sanctuary of stillness. This quiet path, lined with silent guardians of time and truth, leads ever deeper into the tranquil heart of the mountain library, promising more quiet wonders to unfold. The path gently widens here, opening into a grander chamber carved directly from the living rock of the mountain itself. High above, where the ceiling disappears into shadow, small, ancient lampposts cast a soft, golden glow upon towering shelves of books. These aren't just shelves, they are intricate, dark wood structures, reaching impossibly high, filled with countless volumes bound in leather, parchment, and even what looks like polished stone. The air here is cool and still, carrying the faint, sweet scent of aged paper and forgotten magic. The very atmosphere hums with untold knowledge, yet it is a peaceful, welcoming hum. You notice the profound quiet. It's not an empty quiet, but a deep, resonant silence, like the mountain itself holding its breath. Dust motes dance lazily in the beams of light, illuminating the intricate patterns carved into the wooden supports of the shelves. Each book seems to hum with a silent story waiting patiently for its moment. Far in the distance, a faint, rhythmic drip of water echoes softly, a natural clock marking the deep, slow passage of time within these stone walls, an ancient lullaby. Ahead, the path curves around a massive, rough-hewn pillar, revealing a cozy alcove. A large, plush armchair, upholstered in deep emerald velvet, sits invitingly beside a small, circular table made of dark, polished stone. Upon the table, a single, glowing orb casts a gentle, steady light, illuminating a half-open tome filled with elaborate illustrations. A forgotten quill rests beside it. It feels like a space designed for quiet contemplation, a hidden nook within the vastness, perfect for losing oneself in ancient tales before drifting off to sleep. The library continues to embrace you, its gentle presence a soothing balm, inviting you deeper into its timeless slumber. The embrace of the mountain library deepens, a soft current carrying you further into its quiet heart. You drift past towering shelves, their ancient spines hinting at countless untold stories, each a silent guardian of forgotten wisdom. Here, the air feels stiller, perhaps a whisper cooler, carrying the faint, comforting scent of aged parchment and polished wood. It's a fragrance of history and calm, mingling gently with the soft, earthy aroma of the mountain stone itself. A low, warm light emanates from a single, ornate desk lamp tucked into a small reading nook. Its gentle glow casts long, dancing shadows that stretch and recede along the dusty volumes, creating a soft, shifting tapestry of light and dark. In this peaceful alcove, a sturdy plush armchair, upholstered in deep emerald green, invites a moment of respite. Its cushions seem to remember the many scholars and dreamers who have found solace within its embrace, offering a silent invitation to settle in. Beside the armchair, a small, intricate hourglass rests on a low, dark wood table, its fine sands trickling with an almost imperceptible whisper, marking the unhurried passage of time in this tranquil haven. Each grain a tiny, soft sound, like the distant rustle of leaves or the settling of ancient pages. Beyond a grand, arched window, the silhouette of the distant mountain peaks rises majestically against a moonless, star-dusted sky. Their silent watch adds to the profound sense of peace within these hallowed walls. The library is a world unto itself, a sanctuary where the weight of the outside world simply dissolves, leaving only the quiet companionship of knowledge and calm. Every detail, from the slightly uneven floorboards underfoot to the faint hum of timeless stories contained within the books, encourages a peaceful surrender to its gentle rhythm. The mountain library continues its silent, soothing vigil, a guardian of dreams and quiet wisdom, enveloping you in its tranquil embrace. As the mountain library's embrace gently holds you, a subtle shift in the cool, crisp air beckons you deeper within its hallowed halls. Your gaze drifts past towering shelves, each laden with untold stories and forgotten lore, guiding you towards a quiet corner where the natural light softens. Here, a grand, arched window, hewn directly from the mountain's ancient, living rock, offers a serene tableau of the world outside. Beyond the thick, clear glass, the landscape unfolds as a hushed expanse of rolling, snow-dusted peaks, their majestic forms softened by a gentle, persistent mist that clings to the highest ridges. The air inside this particular alcove feels profoundly still, imbued with the delicate scent of aged parchment and cool, damp stone, a comforting aroma that speaks of centuries of quiet contemplation and undisturbed knowledge. You notice a sturdy, yet elegantly carved wooden reading desk positioned perfectly before the panoramic window, its surface smooth and worn from countless hands that have sought its solace. Resting upon it is a single, unlit lantern, its polished brass gleaming softly, beside a thick, leather-bound volume whose pages seem to hum with unread narratives, seemingly awaiting a reader to discover its secrets. The soft, diffuse light filtering through the window illuminates tiny dust motes dancing in the air, each a minuscule, fleeting star in the library's calm, silent universe. This quiet alcove feels like a cherished secret, a place of profound peace where the passage of time itself slows to a gentle whisper. Subtle sound of distant wind, the mountain library, in its endless wisdom, offers this sanctuary, a timeless haven away from all worries, inviting you to simply be and to breathe deeply and peacefully in its tranquil solitude. The mountain library, in its endless wisdom, offers this sanctuary, a timeless haven away from all worries, inviting you to simply be and to breathe deeply and peacefully in its tranquil solitude. From the cozy alcove you found, the soft glow of a distant lantern casts long, dancing shadows across towering shelves, each one a silent guardian of forgotten tales and ancient knowledge. The air is still, carrying only the faintest scent of old paper and polished wood, a comforting perfume that speaks of centuries of quiet contemplation. As you rest, a soft breeze, almost imperceptible, rustles a single, unbound page on a nearby reading stand, causing a faint, papery whisper. It's a gentle reminder of the world outside, yet so distant, so muted by the library's thick stone walls. The only other sound is the soft, rhythmic ticking of a grandfather clock in a far-off corridor, its steady pulse a lullaby of time, passing slowly, peacefully. This particular section seems dedicated to celestial cartography, with large, leather-bound tomes depicting swirling nebulae and constellations. One book lies open on a sturdy oak table, its pages filled with intricate star maps drawn in shimmering silver and gold ink. The delicate artistry is mesmerizing, inviting a moment of quiet wonder. Each star, a tiny, glowing dot, seems to hold its own secret, its own story. The library cradles these cosmic narratives, just as it cradles your quiet presence, allowing your mind to wander gently through the silent, starlit pages, finding peace in their vast, ordered beauty. All around, the quiet continues, a soft, enveloping blanket of calm. The soft, starlit pages shimmer with a gentle, inner light, not a harsh glow, but a diffused luminescence that seems to come from the ancient wisdom held within. It's as if each story, each diagram, each carefully preserved thought emits a tiny, calming spark. You notice now that these aren't just books on shelves, but entire sections that stretch upward, like silent, stony cliffs carved from knowledge, reaching toward the highest points of this mountain sanctuary. The air here carries a faint, sweet scent of aged paper, and something else, something cool and clean, like mountain air filtered through centuries of quiet contemplation, a scent that soothes and settles the mind. As you allow your gaze to lift, you see that the towering shelves ascend far above, meeting in a vaulted ceiling that echoes the natural formations of the mountain itself. Glimmers of faint, celestial light filter down from high, narrow windows cut like arrow slits into the mountain rock, revealing dust motes dancing in slow, almost imperceptible currents of air, like tiny, luminous sprites. Each shelf is meticulously organized, not by subject, but perhaps by the age of the stars they observe, or the depth of the mysteries they hold within their covers. Some books appear bound in dark, rich leather, others in woven cloth, all bearing the subtle marks of time and careful handling. There's a subtle hum in the distance, a resonance more felt than heard, like the slow, steady pulse of a sleeping giant. It's the mountain itself, perhaps, cradling this vast repository of knowledge, keeping it safe through the ages. A sense of profound stillness pervades, broken only by the soft whisper of your own breath, or the distant, almost imagined rustle of a turning page somewhere far away in this grand, silent hall. You feel enveloped, safe, an honored visitor in this sanctuary, where time itself seems to slow, inviting you to simply be and to rest. The starlight from the pages seems to extend its calming embrace, wrapping around the entire space, holding it in a serene, unending hush, guiding you deeper into slumber. The soft, gentle glow emanating from the pages doesn't dim, but instead seems to expand, tracing the intricate patterns of dust motes dancing in the still air. These tiny, almost invisible specks catch the light, transforming into miniature stars, each one a silent guardian of the ancient stories held within these walls. The air itself feels aged, carrying the faint, comforting scent of parchment and old wood, a fragrance that has settled deep into the very fibers of this mountain library. It's a scent of quiet knowledge, of countless hours spent in gentle contemplation, echoing through the quiet, vast halls. As your awareness softly drifts, you might notice the way the light from the glowing books softly illuminates a nearby, intricately carved wooden pillar. Its surface, smoothed by centuries of quiet hands passing by, now holds a gentle sheen under the soft luminescence. The grain of the wood, a map of its long history, seems to ripple and breathe with the light, inviting a moment of calm, unhurried observation. This pillar stands sentinel, one of many supporting the vaulted ceilings of this grand, silent archive. Its presence, a quiet testament to enduring strength and knowledge. The silence here is profound, broken only by the almost imperceptible rustle of a distant page turning in the gentle breeze of imagination, a sound that quickly fades back into the comforting hush of the mountain's heart. This deep quiet allows a sense of peace to settle, a deep understanding that nothing here needs your attention, nothing requires action. You are simply present, allowing the soft, ancient light to wash over you, feeling its warmth and its gentle invitation to simply be. The library breathes slowly around you, a vast, gentle presence, holding all its secrets in a soft, unbroken slumber. Everything is still. Everything is safe. Everything is simply resting, inviting you to do the same. The air around you, thick with the scent of aged parchment and forgotten stories, seems to hum with a gentle, silent energy. It's a presence that doesn't demand attention, but simply exists, vast and comforting. Your quiet journey leads you now through an archway, carved from stone as old as the mountains themselves, its surface cool and smooth beneath an exploring hand. The path beyond unfurls into a wide, peaceful corridor, stretching softly into the distance, its stone floor worn smooth by countless slow passages of time. On either side, towering shelves rise, reaching towards the unseen ceiling, filled with countless tomes, their spines a mosaic of faded leather and polished wood. Each one holds a lifetime of whispers, bound and preserved in perfect stillness. The light here is soft, diffused, a pale silver glow, perhaps filtering from high, narrow windows that offer a glimpse of the serene, cloud-draped peaks outside, their silhouettes barely visible against the twilight sky. No wind stirs the dust. No sound breaks the profound quiet, save for the very gentle echo of your own steady, measured breath. As you drift slowly past, you notice a slight, almost imperceptible shimmer from one of the lower shelves. Not a reflection, but an internal, faint glow. It emanates from a particularly ancient-looking scroll, its binding woven with threads that catch the soft light. It rests peacefully, tucked amidst larger, heavier volumes, its secret safe, its story waiting only for time itself to turn its pages. This corridor, this silent testament to ages past, cradles you in its peaceful embrace, a place where all striving has ceased, and only the softest calm remains. Here, even the dust motes dancing in the faint light seem to move with an unhurried grace, part of the library's endless, quiet dream. All is at rest, inviting you to join its tranquil slumber. From the gentle dance of those dust motes, your gaze might drift now, past the towering spines of ancient tomes, towards a quieter corner of the mountain library. It's a space where time feels even more hushed, perhaps a small alcove carved into the living rock itself, lined with shelves of unique, leather-bound volumes. The air here carries the faint, sweet scent of aged paper, and something else, something subtly earthy, like the cool stone that cradles this sanctuary. Imagine a soft, diffused light, not from a blazing fire, but perhaps filtering down from a high, narrow slit in the mountain ceiling, or emanating from a single, carefully placed lantern, casting a warm, steady glow. This gentle illumination falls upon a small, round reading table, its surface worn smooth by countless scholarly hands. On it, a single open book might lie, its pages yellowed and brittle, filled with elegant, faded script as if the reader has just stepped away for a moment. No one is present, yet the scene suggests recent, quiet study, a moment paused in time. The shelves surrounding this nook are not uniformly packed. Instead, certain sections hold only a few carefully chosen texts, perhaps scrolls nestled in protective cases, or odd, polished stones etched with forgotten symbols. Each item seems to hold a story, a whisper of ancient knowledge waiting patiently in the soft silence. There's a profound stillness that invites contemplation, a deep sense of peace that settles around you like a soft, invisible cloak. The only sounds are the deep, distant murmurs of the mountain itself, a low, comforting hum that is barely there, yet always present, reminding you of the vast, quiet world beyond these walls. It's a perfect place for thoughts to slow and worries to fade. As the library holds its breath with you, the soft glow from a nearby lantern casts long, dancing shadows across a stack of scrolls, neatly tied with ancient, faded ribbons. You notice the delicate, almost imperceptible scent of dried parchment and faint mountain air mingling, a signature aroma of this quiet sanctuary. It's a scent that promises forgotten tales and untold wisdom, each scroll a whispered secret waiting patiently for quiet contemplation. Your gaze drifts past these silent keepers of knowledge towards a low, polished reading table nestled by a tall, arched window. The glass, though thick and ancient, offers a softened view of the moonlit peaks outside, their snow-capped edges now gleaming with a gentle, ethereal light that seems to spill into the room, painting a faint silver sheen on the floorboards. Soft, distant crackle of a hearth. The world beyond seems to slow its spin, mirroring the hushed reverence within these sturdy stone walls. You might imagine a scholar, long since departed, once sat at that very table, perhaps tracing constellations on a weathered map, or carefully annotating a tome by the soft glow of a similar lantern. A single, intricately carved wooden chair awaits, its back warm with the memory of countless hours spent in quiet study. The silence here isn't empty, but full, a rich tapestry woven from the whispers of old books and the gentle breath of the mountain itself. The quiet hum of ancient energies feels almost tangible, a soothing presence that settles deep within you, inviting you to simply be. This room, with its careful arrangement of past and present, feels like a gentle embrace, holding all its stories close, yet always welcoming your presence, a perfect blanket for drifting thoughts as the night deepens around this majestic, silent library. As the night deepens, the mountain library truly settles into its gentle rhythm. The vastness that felt so grand before now feels like a comforting embrace, each towering shelf a silent sentinel, Your gaze might drift along the intricate patterns carved into the dark wood of the banisters, leading up to higher levels, disappearing into the soft shadows above. It's a dance of light and dark, where distant sconces cast warm, amber glows on the spines of forgotten tomes, creating long, dancing shadows that sway imperceptibly with the mountain's breath. Perhaps you notice a particular quiet corner, nestled between two immense bookcases, where a worn, velvet armchair beckons. A single, small, unlit lamp stands beside it, hinting at past readers who found solace here. The air is still, carrying only the faintest scent of old paper and cool stone. The very silence here feels profound, not empty, but rich with the echoes of countless whispered thoughts and vivid imaginings that have passed through these halls. The library doesn't rush. It simply is asterisk. Its ancient stones hold the chill of the mountain, yet the wood and the tapestries woven with forgotten symbols seem to radiate a subtle warmth. High above, through a narrow, arched window, a sliver of the moon might be visible, a pale beacon against the velvet blackness, reminding you that this sanctuary is indeed high among the peaks. All around, the knowledge rests, a soft, heavy blanket over the waking world, inviting your mind to settle and drift. The velvety blackness outside seems to press gently against the ancient windows, a silent testament to the library's high perch. Inside, the quiet hum of settled paper and aged wood fills the space, a lullaby woven from centuries of stories. You notice a slight chill in the air, a crispness carried from the mountain peaks, yet easily repelled by the library's enduring warmth. It's a warmth not from a roaring fire, but from the presence of countless narratives, each one a tiny ember of thought, collectively radiating a soft, intellectual glow that permeates every corner. Your gaze might wander over a shelf filled with scrolls bound in crimson thread, their edges slightly frayed from generations of careful handling. Each scroll seems to hold a quiet breath, a contained wisdom, or perhaps to a section dedicated to celestial charts, where constellations are mapped with delicate silver ink on deep indigo vellum. Each chart promises silent journeys through the quiet cosmos, far beyond the mountain's reach, yet held safely within these walls. The air is still, save for the occasional, almost imperceptible whisper of a turning page from an unseen wind, or the soft settling of dust motes dancing in the moonbeams that now begin to stretch across the polished floor. These long, pale light shafts reveal the subtle patterns in the wooden grain of a sturdy table, the faint shimmer on a gilded spine of an ancient tome, or the quiet gleam of a forgotten inkwell on a nearby vacant desk. A lone, unlit lantern sits beside it, its glass chimney cool to the touch, waiting patiently for dawn. The world outside is vast and wild, but here, within the comforting embrace of the mountain library, all is calm. The grand, silent expanse of knowledge invites you deeper into its stillness, a gentle current pulling you further from the shores of wakefulness towards a profound and peaceful rest. All is quiet. All is well. The silent expanse of knowledge cradles you now, a gentle current guiding you further into its profound stillness. You drift deeper, past shelves that stretch like ancient forest canopies, their wooden spines etched with forgotten tales. The air here holds a faint, sweet scent of aged paper and distant, cool stone, a comforting aroma of time and learning. Soft, distant rustling of pages, a soft, diffused light, perhaps from a high, unseen window or a cluster of luminous moss, illuminates your path. It casts long, dancing shadows of towering book stacks across the polished floor, creating quiet pathways of light and shade. Your gaze settles upon a magnificent, intricately carved reading table, worn smooth by centuries of gentle touch. Upon it rests a single, open tome, its pages thick and yellowed, adorned with delicate, hand-painted illustrations of celestial charts and mythical beasts, their colors muted yet vivid. The ink, a deep indigo, seems to shimmer faintly in the soft glow. Beside it, a quill of iridescent feather lies still, as if its scribe has just stepped away, leaving the whispers of ancient wisdom suspended in the air. A small, unlit candle, its wick perfectly centered, stands ready beside the tome, promising warmth if ever needed, though the ambient light is perfectly sufficient. The silence here is not empty, but rich, filled with the potential of stories waiting to be discovered, of secrets held within the bindings of countless forgotten texts. It is a comforting silence, a profound peace that invites your mind to wander gently, to explore these quiet halls of slumbering knowledge without effort or haste. The steady, quiet breathing of the ancient library becomes your own, a soft, reassuring rhythm that guides you deeper into tranquility. The gentle hum of the ancient library now feels like a part of you, a soft, steady pulse that lulls you deeper into its embrace. Your steps are silent on the polished stone, echoing only in the hushed chambers of your own mind. You drift past towering shelves, their contents murmuring forgotten tales in silent whispers, each volume a guardian of time and knowledge. A soft, ethereal light begins to filter in from above, not harsh or bright, but like moonlight diffused through a thick canopy of old growth. It guides you towards a particular alcove, nestled within a circular chamber. Here, the shelves curve around a central, low table carved from dark, smooth mountain wood. Upon this table, a single, heavy, bound ledger rests open, its pages thick with parchment, filled with delicate, flowing script. You don't need to read the intricate symbols to understand their quiet history. Perhaps they chronicle the ancient stars or the secret names of mountains. or the slow geological shifts of the very earth beneath this library. The air in this nook is cool and still, carrying the faint, comforting scent of old paper and the earthy aroma of stone. A small, unlit lantern sits nearby, its frosted glass waiting for the first touch of dawn, casting no shadows, only holding the promise of warmth for a future reader. Beyond the gentle curve of the alcove, a discreet, arched window offers a breathtaking glimpse of the moonlit mountain peaks, their snow-capped caps shimmering faintly against the deep velvet sky. They stand sentinel, silent witnesses to the library's eternal vigil, a landscape of profound peace. The quiet vastness outside mirrors the tranquil depth within these walls, inviting your mind to rest and wander without effort, as gently as a leaf drifting on a calm stream, finding its perfect place of stillness, as gently as a leaf drifting on a calm stream, finding its perfect place of stillness. Now, even the softest whispers of the world beyond these quiet walls begin to dim. The last vestiges of twilight, perhaps a gentle orange glow from a distant window or a softened lantern flame, stretch long shadows across the polished floor. Each shadow lengthens, blurring the edges of the familiar, inviting everything to recede into a peaceful, indistinct slumber. The weight of quests and journeys, of maps explored and stories uncovered, now feels miles away, like echoes from a dream. Here, in this quiet sanctuary, only peace remains. The air grows stiller, perhaps a gentle coolness settling, a soft embrace from the approaching night. The very atmosphere seems to hum with a lullaby of quietude, a gentle invitation to let go of every thought, every lingering concern. Imagine this serene space holding you gently as if it were a safe point after a long, fulfilling adventure. All progress is recorded, all efforts acknowledged. There is nothing left to do, nowhere else to be, but here, in this moment of perfect calm. The soft glow that remains is just enough to cast a comforting, protective aura, a beacon for slumber. Allow your breath to deepen, slowing with the rhythm of the quiet space around you. Let your body relax, sinking deeper into comfort. The stories, the lore, the memories of valiant deeds, all blend into a soft, dreamlike tapestry. The world outside is asleep, and so too may you drift into your own restorative peace. Good night, sweet dreams, and may your slumber be as profound and comforting as the deepest, most tranquil sanctuary.